afternoon, folks. Welcome to the Kinder Performance 110 here at the Richmond Raceway as we're going to get our week kicked off here for the Bluegrass Series. As we are rolling into Richmond, got the trucks out here as you're riding on board with that Alex Healy machine. Currently sitting in that 8th spot. We'll see if he betters himself on this lap. Looks like he will. It's going to put him up into 4th currently. 9 drivers qualified at the moment. But we're looking for a good week here at Richmond. And man, we've been coming off of a couple races where we haven't had almost any cautions. Last week we had 1 caution over a span of 3 different series. So we'll see how it gets here at Richmond. We know it's tight. We know it's one of those tracks that definitely feels like you're just watching paint dry for a long time because you're just going corner after corner after corner. The track can really throw you in a cycle where you just feel like you're going crazy. So we'll see how these drivers adapt to Richmond. Early, you're riding on board with Taylor Peacock, because it looks like Blanchard's still sitting still on his lap as we'll ride on board here with Peacock into 3 and 4, lap number 2. Currently sitting in 11th. 22.698 was his last lap. He's going to set a 22.350. Taylor Peacock going to move himself up a handful of positions there. Currently sitting P4 out of the 12 that have qualified, but we still got a good amount of drivers to qualify here tonight. We look at Brett Nilsson in that 10 machine as rolling into tonight. We do have myself, Jeremiah, and Chris up in the booth. Jeremiah Hobbs, that is, making his way back into the booth this week at the Richmond track. We were talking earlier about how fun these trucks here are at Richmond, Jeremiah. So, last season you were one of these drivers out here in the truck series. What are you expecting from these boys out here tonight? What are you thinking you're going to see with these drivers? How are they going to take these battles here early? 110 laps, so it's a decent amount here at Richmond. How do you think they're going to just process this early running here?
Well, first things, thank you for having me, of course. Got Richmond tonight, set us up for next week where we go a little road course racing. So big night for a lot of these guys, especially the guys that don't have a lot of confidence for next week. But yeah, Richmond, I love this track because it's kind of like a game of chicken, but it's also like watching paint dry, like you said. For the drivers, I mean, the exit of turn 4, you're getting sideways. You're in a high bank turn 1 to a flat backstretch. So these guys are going to have a lot to handle. It's going to be a long race. It's going to be patience is going to be the key for this race. But I think we're going to have a good one tonight.
Yeah, when I say paint dry, not taking anything away from Richmond, saying it from a driver standpoint, it just gets very repetitive out there. Diving into the corner, you just think, oh my goodness, man, is this going to be over yet? But overall, Richmond, probably one of my favorite tracks on the Sim to Drive. I love the rhythm aspect of it, love the braking, where you've got to really just set yourself up for the corners. It's a fun track. As see Cody Verrill setting his last lap, 22.70. That's going to put him second to last. CJ Mason currently last. We'll see where he gets himself after this second run. Everybody seems to be running a second lap better. Yeah, that's a way better lap. 22.2. That's going to set CJ up into second. He went from 18th to 2nd place right there. So good lap from CJ Mason. Chris, that's one of the boys we know that can get it done at the short tracks.
Yeah, last season we saw that CJ Mason machine in that 55 CJ Mason machine. We saw him win this race off of pit strategy. He came in and kind of ran around the track. He pit late on everybody. He came in with a strategy and walked away with the victory there last season here at Richmond. So I'm looking for that same thing here tonight. As want to give a big shout out to everybody out on that Facebook and YouTube channel. I've been noticing there has been a little bit of a frame drop going on, so if you do see the stream lagging, just stick with us. I'll keep working on it here a little bit. Having a couple of computer issues these last few weeks, so it seems to it's starting to work itself out a little better. But if you do see the stream skipping a little bit, I do apologize. I'll try to work on it best I can.
we're riding on board with Travis Twitty, one of the guys I'm very excited to see this season in the trucks. Had a couple early positive looks at a good finish this season. Daytona, one of those tracks that he could have probably possibly won the race. He was running 6 on the last restart. 22.5. That's not a bad little lap from Twitty to start off with. It's going to sit him 18th. We'll see if he can build off that. It's easy to make those 10s on a 22.5 than what CJ Mason did on 22.8, but he still did it. So we'll see if Twitty can overcome that. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. We're going to watch this driver as he wheels it off a little bit high on exit. That might get him slowed down there. We'll see how Twitty sets himself. 23.5 or 22.539. That is going to bump him up 1 spot. Eli Raposa now going to move to 18th. So Twitty's got his work cut out for him tonight, but one of those drivers that's improving every race.
Yeah, and Michael York setting the fastest time of the session, a 22.19. So that 5 machine doing a good job setting that pole position.
I should see that pole change hands, maybe 1 or 2 more times. Still got a couple drivers left to qualify. We'll see if anybody else has got it for him. Joey Doucette, last week's race winner. He is going to be qualifying here in a moment, I'm sure. Unless we had some drivers miss the driver meeting. I was one of those guys that missed the driver meeting. So, you know, if we have any drivers missed, we'll see. We'll see the EOLs at the start of the race. And, or if you know, some drivers just do not qualify. Trent Cameron, I think, is probably the only one I want to say.
As pulling up the track temperature or the track information here, you see we got 76 degrees here tonight in Richmond, Virginia. It's gonna be a relatively cool night with 55% humidity. It's partly cloudy with a 6-degree mile-an-hour wind. Not really going to come into a factor on a short track like this, but you know, hey, a little bit of wind can you know, change the game, but not really anything that's going to affect it tonight. So got a almost a quarter-mile track with track temperatures of 78 degrees. So temperatures on the track are a little warm, but you know, once that sun starts going down, as you see it going down right now, it'll start cooling off a lot more, and then you're gonna see a lot better runs in these trucks. As it doesn't look like anybody else is out on track right now. We've got 45 seconds till the end of the session. So right now, currently sitting in the pole position is that 5 machine of Michael York. It's going to be sitting pretty right now. And then you got Josh McKinney sitting in second with CJ Mason in third. Like we said, watch out for CJ Mason tonight. He's going to be one of those drivers that we're going to be watching out for. He has a really good strategy when it comes down to driving this track.
We got about 20 seconds left here in the qualifying session, so it looks like that is going to be your 24 cars that will set qualifying times. We're going to have a couple who are not, so we'll see these boys get gridded up here in just a moment. We'll go through your qualifying grid, and we're going to get this race started. It's going to be a fun night here at Richmond, the Bluegrass boys. So buckle up, get the popcorn ready, get them sodas ready. Let's get rolling here. We are going to go through your qualifying grid here tonight for the Kinder Performance 110. It's going to be that number 5 Monster, and it's going to be that Michael York machine, last week's runner-up to that number 16 of Joey Doucette. But sitting on the outside pole, it's going to be Joshua McKinney in that 43 McKinney Voice and Sound machine. He's going to sit himself on the outside pole for the first time to this season. Sitting in P3, it's last season's Richmond race winner. It's going to be CJ Mason in that First Page Media 55 Chevy Silverado with Scott Madden in that number 22 sitting on his outside lane, P4 here tonight. Go back here into the third row. It's going to be that Bobby Hall 94 machine and that 85 of Logan T. Smith sitting in P5, P6. P7 going to go to that 2 of Logan Russell with 8 going to that 113 of Daniel Worthington. 9th going to go to Taylor Peacock with Brett Nilsson lining up in 10th in that 10 machine. Then Josh Clemens going to be in that number 99 machine, lining up 11th. Jason Bridges in that 12th spot. Alex Heatley going to be P13 with Ron Morris Jr. P14. Then we're going to get through the rest of your field here. That 15th spot going to go to Josh Lockwood. Dean Klein, the second, going to start 16th with Travis Twitty lining up in that 17th position. Eli Raposa, he is going to start 18th with Anthony Stevens 19th. And then it's going to be the chef, Bobby Matuszewski, in that 72 machine lining up in that P20 spot. Getting back to the rest of the field here, 21st, going to go to that 13 of Brian Terry. Ed Osborne going to line up in that P22 spot. Christopher Blanchard, he is going to line up 23rd with Cody Verrill, 24th. Scott Fritz making his lone truck debut here tonight. He is going to be in that 25th spot with Joey Doucette, last week's race winner at Homestead, lining up 27th. We're going to have Trent Cameron in that 27th position, I want to say, as Jason Collins is race control. Do we have these rest of these guys? Are they racing? I'm assuming Wes Wiegand, Alan Duranco, David Brocker, Akame Proctor. Yes, they are gridded up. There is the rest of your grid, as it's going to be a little bit sorted out there in the back. Field pros? Oh, there we go. I'm confused. My bad. And you'll see that 38 of David Brackett sitting in 28th. And then it's going to be Alan Duranco in... Who's 30th? Man, they are all spread out there in the back.
Doug Neal in 30th. Wes Wiegand 31st. Alan Duranco in 32nd. David Brackett 33rd. Akame Proctor in 34th. And Dakota Shepard in 35th.
They do so good before SDK decides to go ahead and just make it sound like I don't know what I'm doing. But hey, guys, we are about to go green flag racing, boys, up here in the Bluegrass booth. I know, Jeremiah, you're excited. Chris, I'm excited. We're coming down the back straightaway. That pace car is going to be taking that left turn here in just a moment. It's going to be that 5 of Michael York and that 43 of Josh McKinney taking the green flag.
Yeah, I think tonight's going to be fun. Michael York coming off a strong race last week, being out there in the front, having be able to start on the front row this week is a huge deal. So biggest thing for him, and it's just to have a good race to the stage. I mean, that's what this truck series is all about. How they set up the stages is really, it's a quick little dash, get a feel for everything, and then get to the end. So for Michael, I'd say just keep the car where it's at, be smart, let the race come to you, and just be patient.
Yeah, stage break at lap 44, so like you said, just a race to that dash. Or dash to that to that stage break.
Pace car should be going off this time.
Yep, going green this time by. Yep. Jason extended. It's actually a new rule I think we're implementing. Really, is that when we're at short tracks like this, we extend it another lap, make sure everyone's ready. We're all set up, because like what we were saying before they even started rolling was everyone all over the place. So make sure everyone's ready to go. Yeah. So.
Hey, good.
Shout out Michael York's paint scheme too. That's a sweet ride.
Sweet ride, man. Hey, you missed a lot of sweet rides at Homestead last week in the truck series, man. It was there was a lot of good rides out there. Excited to see how these boys get Richmond going. As the pace light should be off, we should be getting that pace car into pit road. And that 5 of Michael York looking to build off last week's momentum here. As the Kinder Performance 110 is going to be going green here in just a moment. You see our friendly pace car driver hitting that left turn, and here he comes to the restart zone as we are green. At the Kinder Performance 110, it's going to be that 5 of Michael York getting off to a good start. That 43, though, Joshua McKinney, he's going to get to that quarter panel, not really pinch that lane. He's going to get a little bit washed up to the outside lane. That's going to allow CJ Mason to that inside. Too wide here off of 2. CJ Mason's going to have a drag race down the back straightaway as we see the field kind of just getting all out of sorts to the back. Right up here in the front, it's that 5 of Michael York starting to ease away just a tad. Early at lap 1, he's going to lead. That 55 of CJ Mason going to nose that second place across the line. He's going to dive it in hard on that inside lane. And here comes that 94, Bobby Hall Jr. early.
Yeah, it looks like CJ Mason doing a really good job setting up that inside lane on that 43. But Josh McKinney not doing a bad job holding that outside lane. We do know that outside lane here at Richmond, it can be hit or miss. You can lose a lot of time up there, or you can make up a lot of time off of it. But it looks like CJ Mason starting to make that drive in. You got Bobby Hall Jr. making the move on the inside, like Josh pointed out. It looks like Akame Proctor around right now. Got a couple of trucks around.
That's David Brackett, the 9 of Akame Proctor. Looks like the 01 maybe got caught up in that, but yeah, the 4 definitely of Alan Duranco. We'll go back on board with these drivers here, see what happened. As it looks like coming out of the corner onto the front stretch, the 4 just got loose. 48 looked like he might have got up into Wes Wiegand. Yeah, you see that front quarter panel crunch a little bit on that 88 of Wes Wiegand right here. little bit of crunch right there, and the 4 just gets loose, can't control it. Oh, 101 is well involved, as that's going to be Dakota Shepard. That's big trouble for the 38, the 4, and the 101 here early. 91 is, or excuse me, the 9, he's got damage. Looks like the 101 might get away with a little bit of nose damage, but here at a track like Richmond, those aerodynamics not as important on a track like Homestead, maybe those bigger 1.5 miles. We'll see these trucks still roll here. It'll just be a matter of how loose that rear end or how tight the truck's going to get off that damage.
Well, under the first caution here at lap 5 of 110, going to go ahead and go to the Facebook and the YouTube chat. We've got Rylan Greer. I know that's Josh's work buddy. He said, y'all are the ye to my hall. So it's good to have you here, Rylan. 20 Racing saying, let's go High Side Hustler Motorsports. 20 out there racing tonight. So good to have 20 at least in the chat before the race started. Also have Daniel Worthington in the chat saying, good luck, everyone. John Kender, good luck to all the truck guys. And then John Bradley Pill, ready for the show. Good to have you guys here on the Facebook and YouTube platform tonight. Let us know who you're looking for out here. We've only got 5 laps in the book right now, 6 laps now, but we still got a good race in front of us.
The longest 5 laps of my life. It felt like we were already at lap 10. We're only at lap 5, man. So these boys already putting a good show on. Got the eyes rolling for me. I'm checking every truck out of each corner. I'm looking all over the camera, just trying to spot each and every little mistake, contact. We know this track, man, every time I see that driver camera, he looks like Chase Elliott. I don't know why, but this track is such a driver's track. Richmond is one of those places that you see out of 4 how flat it gets coming to the front stretch. You lose a lot of banking coming out of the exit of 4. It's really easy to get the rear end of that truck around right there, and then this front straightaway, you're cooking beans down this front straightaway, especially 2 wide, 3 wide sometimes. Getting into 1 and 2 can really be a hustle, and you got to really sell that truck off in there sometimes and just be committed. Hope the truck's going to stick. So we're going to see these guys make some mistakes tonight. And, we didn't have any cautions through 3 series, 1 caution through 3 series last week, but it looks like the pace has been set here early. Cautions early is the thing. And we'll see how these boys are going to gather back up here, reset on the steering wheel and, get to go in here as we're about to go back green. You just see all the runners in the field. That 13 of Brian Terry running a really nice DeWalt truck tonight. Travis Twitty's truck looking good, as it looks like we might have had a little bit of a jump start from that outside lane on the 55 of CJ Mason.
Yeah, you're seeing CJ Mason check up there a little bit. He might have had a little bit of a hiccup there. Probably tried to jump that line, and like you said, had to check up, get out of the gas, and you see him falling back here. He's got the 22 of Scott Madden on his inside. Scott Madden looking like he's going to make the pass here on the 55. As I say that 22 has to get on the brakes really hard.
You see that Bobby Hall Jr. machine. He's been very strong early season. We've called that Hall Jr. machine a lot this season, and we'll see if Jr. can get up here and run with these boys, try to get himself up here in the podium spots early. He's running good. It looks like he's just early braking, expecting what's in front of him to go wrong at any moment, and that's what you kind of got to do here at a track like Richmond. You can trust the drivers in front of you all you want, but in that that mental clock in the head is always telling you they're going to wreck this time. They're going to wreck this time. So you'll see these guys back it off early. They're going to respect each other right now, and CJ Mason's going to clear as we got 2 by 2 by 2, 4 rows back.
Yeah, just kind of shuffling through the field here. Like Josh said, you see a lot of racing going on towards the middle and the back of the pack. That's something about a track like this you got to watch out for. A lot of racing, a lot of stuff going on. As right now you got the 113 of Daniel Worthington making a move on the inside of that 2 of Logan Russell. So you're seeing a lot of people starting to file single file, though. Like I was saying earlier, that outside lane is not really where you want to be on this track. That inside lane, going into 1 and 2 and coming out of 3 and 4 is where you want to be. That outside lane, you can lose a lot of time up there.
Yeah, I like the way CJ Mason right now. He's been able to get some little bit of clean air, but he's right behind the 5, and he's starting to reel him in here early in the stage. Everyone kind of keeping it calm and collected, nothing too crazy, feeling out the cars. I think a lot of people I'm watching are taking turn 4 really easily right now because of how sideways the cars can get. So really good to see CJ Mason putting on a good show as he's about to give Michael York a little bit of a battle for that lead.
Reckon coming out of 2 from that 11 machine at Cody Verrill, there might be somebody around in turn number 2. Like everybody's back gathered. Chris, do you not have any wreck notifications for that? Yeah, Collins just said keep rolling. So obviously there was some type of accident. If you can find that, Jeremiah. If looks like we might have had somebody. Yeah, I see some tire marks. That looks like out of 4 actually, but we'll see that 5 of Michael York. Yeah, excuse me, Michael York now starting to get tracked down by that 55 of CJ Mason. I mean, and man, CJ is one of those drivers that yes, he always seems to have speed no matter the track. But it just is always, it seems like that CJ's never able to get up there in the top 3, win, column every race. And, Richmond's one of those tracks, man, that it just seems like it's night and day difference for him out here. He goes from, running good and consistent, not knocking CJ at all, because I know what he is capable of on his day. Excellent driver, but it just seems like he hasn't been able to extract everything out of that truck this season. But it seems like when we come to Richmond, CJ's just always going to be on par. Good to see him finally have numbers on his truck, Chris.
Yeah, that was one thing I was thinking at the beginning of the season. I was like, wow, he's got numbers on his truck. That 55 doing a good job hanging on to that 5 machine right now. It looks like he's trying to make a move on him.
Yeah, he is peaking. And Jeremiah, this is the section of the race coming up to lap 20. These drivers have been kind of following each other. We've had that first caution segment. Drivers maybe not been able to clear those drivers that they wanted to on that restart. This is going to be where we might start seeing a little bit of pushing here, getting to the cycle of the tires where they're going to start falling off. You're going to want to see these drivers getting those last grips. You thinking we're going to see some little bit of action here, or are we going to save here a little bit maybe for this stage coming up soon?
Oh, I definitely think action's coming. I think CJ right now is kind of just sitting back, but he's kind of treating this like he's a driver instructor, where he's sitting right behind Michael York and watching every little move he makes, every mistake he makes, and just kind of sitting back waiting. I don't think CJ wants to burn his tires up, especially that we still got quite a bit of laps to go here in the stage. But I think CJ is going to try making a move here eventually on Michael York. And Michael, I think he's just kind of sitting around. I don't think he's really trying to burn his stuff up too. So it'll be exciting to see how aggressive CJ is going to get to try getting around Michael.
You pointed that out. He's basically like a driving instructor. People don't realize not only are these guys driving the race car, they got to realize what their race truck is doing. They've got to not only watch what the guy in front of them is doing, make those mental notes. Whoa.
CJ Mason just doored Michael York out of 4. They let it sit down and through the middle and then just gassed it up and put him up into the wall almost there with the 5.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to that. Was going through cameras there. We'll see that pass here as you saw it firsthand. As he said,
that was an aggressive move. That's already one flag thrown up in the air that I think Michael's going to remember later on.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I said, do you think we're going to see sparks fly, man? And there they were. But, that's just, in the words of Joey Logano, that's just short track racing. So, we'll see how they go, man. It's going to be one of those things where he's going to come back to him now. You've, like you said, that's strike 1 right there. You don't want to use them up early, do you, Jeremiah? So, we'll see if Michael's got anything for him if he gets back up to that 55. This could get interesting early, boys.
Yeah, you see the pace falling off just a little bit. Michael York, now there's a little bit of a gap between him and that 55. Looks like CJ Mason got a little bit of rear end damage on that truck where he got up into the door panel of that 5 machine. So, yeah, you're seeing a little bit of damage on that 55, but like we said, not really going to matter on a short track like this. But like you were saying, that 5 machine, he's not going to forget that. Michael York's not going to forget it. He's going to remember it, especially at a track like Richmond where you can get up to the bumper really easily. He's not going to forget it.
And definitely, like you say, yeah, getting to the bumper easily, and that it's Richmond. I mean, the 55 making that move for 1 spot just for the stage. I mean, Michael's going to be right behind him on the restart. So, I mean, for CJ to do that, it's a bold move. He just better be ready for what's going to come back at him.
Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. I'm just very excited now. They've cranked it up, man. It's just one of those things, like you said. It's not even necessarily that it's what's the word I'm looking for, that it was the craziest move. I mean, yeah, we see bumps and moves like that all the time. It's just the fact of, like you said, Jeremiah, it's just so early in the race. I mean, that 55's already, it's kind of like a tear off, man. Once you rip it off, you kind of don't got it no more, you know? So it's, he's kind of check that mark off. I guess, like I said it earlier, he's checked that mark, man, and now the 5's just got in the back of his head. Like Jimmy Spencer said, man, Michael York, don't forget.
Yeah, you see the 43 making a move on the inside of that 5 machine. Had to really get slowed up there. It's going to be the top lane for that 94. The 94 getting bumped. Whoa, Bobby Hall Jr. getting into the wall. You see him getting loose into the 61 of Taylor Peacock, but they're going to keep it straight. That was lucky for that 94. He was able to keep that truck straight.
Yeah, the 94 looked just all out of sorts out of 2. All the way down the back straightaway. That 94 was just wiggling, either struggling for grip. We'll see as he's coming out of 2 right there. Looks like he might have gotten some dirty air. Yeah, he's just wiggled really bad. Not sure what happened to that 94. Maybe he thought he was closer to the wall, and then when he cut down, he was like, oh crap, there's a car there, went to cut back up, made a little bit of contact with the wall, and it sent him down into the 81. Not sure what happened. Strange situation, but we're still rolling here as the 43 now at Joshua McKinney is looking to make up that ground on Michael York. And man, you know, either the 5's got too much damage. I mean, he doesn't got a lot of damage on that machine, more than, or not, I would say CJ Mason probably has more, but the 5-man looks like he's just slowed down now. He's got a 2 and almost 3-second gap now actually to CJ Mason. So was CJ Mason just being held up? Is that why you think he maybe made such an aggressive move? I mean, it's early, but yeah, I don't know, man. CJ Mason seems like he's running away right now.
Yeah, maybe that 55 machine, he's got a better pace. Like we said last season, he was the driver that came out here and went off of pure pit strategy. So you know, that 55 machine, he definitely has a ring in on this track. So maybe that was the case. Maybe he was just holding him up, and that 5 machine was just maybe he used up his equipment trying to hold him off.
Like Jeremiah said, man, hit back what Jeremiah said. I mean, it's for the stage win. I mean, yeah, those points matter. We're getting closer and closer to midseason every race. I mean, yeah, we're still fresh into the season. But, you know, these guys, I mean, obviously those championship points matter this season for that 55. I mean, he wants to go out there and win that championship, it seems like. But I don't know, man. That could come back to bite him hard. He just has to hope that on that other end, the 5's just not wanting to retaliate. And he's going to play it maybe smart, I would say. It looks like we've got a little bit of action right here as you ride on board with that 1 of Scott Fritz. 01, excuse me, as we're on that Kinder onboard camera as we roll it into turn number 1 and 2. You see that 72 machine, the chef in that Kellogg's machine as he rolls the outside lane, the 48 of Robert Richards in front of him in that Black Rifle Coffee Co. 2 wide down the back straightaway as they dive it off into 3, but it looks like that 72, Matiszewski, just going to roll it back behind Scott Fritz. He's going to fall back in line. That's the 99 of Josh Cummins behind them. Go back up board here with that 81, though. It looks like Taylor Peacock starting to find something. He's going to drive his way past that 5 of Michael York. You see the 43 of Joshua McKinney, the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. still just kind of stacked up there with him. It's how it kind of comes at a track like Richmond. It's either you pass on the outside or you get stacked up on that inside lane and you see drivers make moves maybe similar to what that 55 made or use that front bumper just a little bit, but tend to go to the stage. We're coming up to lap 35 coming up to lap 36 this next time by. Oh, as we've got a wreck. 43 of Joshua McKinney around. Whoa. He's going to save it.
Josh McKinney with a massive save there coming off of turn 3. We see that 95, Josh Lockwood holding up that outside lane, and I think he just got up there, was trying, didn't see him as he was coming out of the corner, and then you see saw him really quick, had to come down and almost lost it.
For a moment there. 94 just not having a good early run here in stage 1, but he's still managing, man. He's rolling in that 6th place position, currently in a battle with Ron Morris Jr. as they're going to dive it off behind that 113 of Daniel Worthington. Lap 37 this time by. As you see that 85 of Logan Smith, he's fallen back 2 spots from where he started in 6th, currently rolling in 8th. At 81 of Taylor Peacock, he's currently sitting in 2nd. But Chris, look at CJ Mason. 4 and 3/10 something now. That 55 machine, he must have known something was going to stick with that pass, because there's no way he made that pass without knowing he was going to go out here and just completely run away with it.
Yeah, CJ Mason throwing a really big trump card out there early on, trying to get that stage points and that stage win. We do know, like we said, he is one of the faster drivers on this track that we've seen. So CJ Mason getting up into the front wasn't necessarily the really weird part. It was how he did it. Because that was a late race move, not an early race move.
Yeah.
Bobby Hall Jr. getting on that inside lane. You see that 113 to Daniel Worthington washing up to that inside lane. He's going to go ahead and pass that 94 to 75 of 76 of Ron Morris Jr. Going to go ahead and move to that inside lane. He was the winner at Daytona. So that 94 machine, he is looking to hold off that 76 machine. As you see the 85 and everybody battling around right now, but CJ Mason almost now a 5-second gap on the lead pack with 3 laps to go till the stage break.
Junior down the back straightaway every time seems like he is just getting all out of sorts. Something about that race car coming out of turn 2. I don't know, maybe if it's the dirty air off the race cars in front of him that's just not agreeing with him. I just don't know, but that 94 looks like he has some sort of issue with turn 2 exit down the back straightaway these past couple laps. He's going to get straight out this time. Pits are closed. Well, Jeremiah, this is coming up to, I know, probably one of your favorite parts as a driver, getting that stage break, about to get cooled down. But, let's talk about pit strategies here, man. We got a lot of battling going on here for this final stage, couple of points. Let's talk about pit strategies early. What are we expecting drivers to do here, and who do you think is going to come out on top? We got a lot of drivers that are going to execute, I'm sure, well, and we're going to see some mistakes, I'm sure, on pit road this time.
Yeah, right off the bat, I already know people are going to come down, take 4 tires, get that brand new set. They know what, about 40 laps. They can make it about 60 laps on fuel, so this gives them a rough guess of how the race is going to go based on that distance. So these guys really setting themselves up for the rest of the race. Going to probably take 4 tires and really try to get a good start, because, I mean, by the way they've been racing these last couple weeks, this may be the only caution we have is this one. So, but you never know. It's Richmond. Anything can happen. So it'll be interesting.
So it's going to be the stage break here, as it's going to be CJ Mason picking up the stage break. But, man, you got to wonder if Michael York's going to come back and be able to make his way back to the field. If he's got the pit stall advantage. So we're going to see if that 5 machine maybe gets back to the 55. I'm excited to see maybe some sparks fly here early. And, hey, it's not championship implications yet. I mean, it always is championship implications, but we're not in that point of the stage yet where these guys maybe are too stressed out about it. We might see something, boys. It could be a bare knuckle brawl out in 1 or 2, 3 or 4 here before we know it. As down pit road, they're going to come to get that express oil change. It's Monday service, as I call it. They got all stack up, get that fast 14-second 4 tire and fuel, and we'll get about 40 seconds total on pit road. 40 seconds plus for sure, but we'll see all these guys get down pit road, get in their pit stalls, and see who can try to get some advantages here on pit road and make their way out, maybe a car, 2 cars, 3 cars in front. You see everybody getting into their pit stalls here. Michael York going to be in pit stall number 1. He's going to have CJ Mason 2 stalls behind him. We'll see if that gives him an advantage, but it looks like CJ should be able to come comfortably out in the lead. As it looks like that 48 of Robert Richards, though, he's going to come out in the lead, actually. There goes CJ Mason. Here's going to come the 81 of Taylor Peacock, the 113 of Daniel Worthington. There comes the 22 of Scott Madden. It looks like the 5 maybe he's going to go ahead and take some damage repair. You see the 76 Ron Morris Jr. and a couple of guys more coming out. Looks like that 48 of Robert Richards might have accidentally not had tires on.
Yeah, the 48 down pit lane again. Probably.
Yeah, I think he missed his pit stop. Yeah, I think he was coming down and missed it. Because when he was coming down, he stopped and then he kept going. So it
yeah,
he was "Ah, man, I missed it."
Yeah, that stinks for Robert, man.
At least he won't go a lap down or nothing. He'll get his 4 tires, come back out. He'll just be at the tail end of the lead lap.
Yeah, just gonna have to work his way back to the field. But I mean, that's it's one of those things that's doable at a track like Richmond. You're able to really be bunched up here. A lot of positions to be made on the restart. You just got to pick your battles wisely. I mean, it's very easy to go out here and get yourself caught up in something you don't want to be in. We're at lap 50 when we get back to the stage, I want to say, so we'll have a good run back to the finish, and if we stay green the rest of this race, we could have a big shakeup in the standings. A lot of drivers these past couple weeks have put themselves in situations they want to be in purely off of green flag pit strategies. We know Nate Maurer did that at Homestead with an excellent strategy in the Xfinity race last week. So I'm excited to see if these boys got anything cooked up for this green flag run, and if we're going to see any position changes up here in the top 10. I'm excited to see if we get some guys that we maybe weren't expecting up here running up here for the win soon.
Huh? Yeah.
We do apologize about that. I was completely talking about pit strategy. Completely forgot about the stage interview. Do apologize to CJ Mason if we're able to pick it up here. If we do get a quick caution, we'll bring that 55 up, have a word with him. But right now, we're going to get back to green flag race. It is stage 2 is underway. You see that 22 with Scott Madden already to that outside lane, rolling it, trying to get that Portland Pell L car past that 113 of Daniel Worthington. Looking through the field, I see Michael York currently sitting in 12th, so he was your biggest loser on pit road when it comes to position, but he did get some damage repair on that 5 machine. He's looking to make his way back to the field, and I'm excited to see if we get some sparks flying here early. Caution. Brett Nielsen around. Oh, and he didn't even take the contact from the 95. That's netcode at its finest right there, boys. Code giveth, netcode taketh. Am I right? I mean,
That was such a dirty move. Oh no, that was such a dirty move.
Was it intentional?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like the moving out of the way at the last second. Josh Lockwood did not see that happen in front of him, and you see the 10 machine.
Big hit from Nelson. Yeah, that was big. What are you going to make it by the skin of his teeth, man? Oh, my goodness.
See a little bit of a contact there from the 46, excuse me. You see the 11 there getting into that 10 machine, and then that big checkup there. You saw Josh Lockwood didn't see that truck in front of that 94, and then all of a sudden he was there. So
a brick wall too. That's what stinks, man. I mean, it just absolutely killed his truck, and the 10s was just like, oh, what happened? Right on board here with Lockwood one more time. See that. But while we're under caution, Chris, you want to go ahead and bring up CJ Mason?
Yeah, we can.
Find him in the Discord. See him actually in the Discord. Unless I'm just completely blind. Yeah, he's not in Discord right now. Which is fine.
Okay, so the 55 of CJ Mason is not in the series. Okay, or in the Discord.
In the series, big shout out to that was also our sponsor for the stage winner. Sorry, we forgot about everything at the stage, it seemed like. So it was DPU, Dub Prints Unlimited. They're on Facebook at Dubprint, at Twitter DubPrintUNL, and Instagram at Dubprints. They are printing vinyl printing, screen printing for T-shirts. So you should contact them today, and yeah, get your T-shirt designs. They're doing it for school, family reunions, anything like that. So hit them up if you need a T-shirt design, or you just want to get your T-shirt design, man. I know a lot of you just have special designs out there that you're wanting to show everybody. So yeah, it's your Instagram and all that at the bottom of the screen. So hit them up. And again, thank you to Dub Prints for being the sponsor of that stage 1 victory of that 55 at CJ Mason. As it looks like the pace light should go off with that $10 reward for that stage break. But yeah, pace lights are off. We'll get back to rolling green here in just a moment, as it's going to be CJ Mason and that 81 of Taylor Peacock on that front row. Okay, and also getting word from some other boys that they were saying that maybe we were seeing it from a different perspective. That 55, they were saying he was there in the 5, maybe it drove down into the 55 and doored him. So either way, the 55 and the 5, they're both going to be spiced up over it. You know, they both just made contact that, you know, probably both thought, hey, that was unavoidable. I was there. We'll see if, you know, they're going to be spicy about it. Looks like they're going to stay clean as we get to the restart. Green flags out. Good drive off from the line from that 55 of CJ Mason. He looks like he might be the car to beat here tonight. Truck, excuse me. That 55 First Page Media Chevy Silverado with CJ Mason's looking darn good out here.
Yeah, so getting word from CJ Mason that, from Jason about CJ Mason, he was actually in a hidden channel from us, Josh, so that's why we couldn't see him in the Discord.
Okay. Do apologize about that. So, the man at the rate CJ's running right now, we might not have to even worry about that stage break. He can take it all here tonight. He's looking good here coming to lap number 60. 50 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, he's been able to pull out a good lead. I think that, yeah, like you said, he's going to be the car to beat. It's just being able to maintain it. I mean, you could be fast for the first 10 laps, but how good will you be for the next 40? So it's also going to be interesting to see. Probably people are going to have to pit one more time for tires. Fuel-wise, they can make it to the end, but I think everyone's going to pit one more time for tires. So it'll be interesting to see who really wants to be aggressive with their tires or who really lays back and tries to go the distance.
To see some varying strategies as we see that 34 is about to make that move. Chris Lance strolled us right there, so we'll get back on board with that battle. Jason Bridges, he's trying to get up there. Oh, he's in the wall big time, that 34. As that 77 Simbox machine of Doug Neal going to drive on by up 23 spots. One of those drivers that can get it done any week. Doug Neal's looking very strong right now tonight as he's up 23 positions. And here comes that 58 of Anthony Stevens.
We saw the 01 era of Scott Fritz getting a little dancy back there as they were coming out of turn 3. It looks like maybe the 2 machine got a little checked up and everybody had to get out from behind him. You see the 19 of Christopher Blanchard on that outside lane as well. So a lot of drivers are mixing it up back here as it looks like we're about to go 3 wide.
Josh McKinney in that middle of the sandwich. You see Blanchard to the outside lane. Oh, 4 wide out of turn number 4 for a hair of a moment there. That was interesting. The 5 of Michael York was wanting to make that pass. He saw an opportunity, but it just wasn't there. He backed out of it. They're going to keep it rolling here, but Scott Fritz, man, he's on a mission. Currently sitting in that 11th spot. He's trying to work his way back into the top 10, battling with this 43 of McKinney.
Let's go back up here with that 77 of Doug Neal Jr.
Big drop in from 76.
On the back quarter of that 76 of Ron Morris Jr. He is making a tear through the field. Doug Neal is. So watch out for that 77 Simbox machine. It looks like he's on a good drive out.
See Scott Fritz able to clear himself a little bit from that 5, that 19 of Blanchard and York as they're rolling in that 01. A little bit backed off the corner. The 19 looks like he drove it in a little bit harder, but he's going to apex diamond that corner down to the bottom lane. I see the 01 trying to get the exit. That 43 now pulling up to the 2 of Logan Russell. I see the 19 of Blanchard. Student drivers stay 50 feet back. Well, guess what, buddy? They're right on that back bumper right now. It's like those UK drivers. That's how they treat learner drivers. You see the 99 of Josh Clemens. He's currently sitting in 17th. He started this race up there all the way in 11th. He just hasn't found that race rhythm in the traffic. That 99 falling off big time right now. You see the Under Armour truck in front of him. That 58 of Anthony Stevens into the wall a little bit on exit is the chef, Matty Shefsky, excuse me, going to work on that 5 of Michael York here out of turn 4, coming to lap 68.
Yeah, look at that 01 of Scott Fritz moving his way up into that 10th position, getting around that 2 machine, Logan Russell. So Scott Fritz in his one-off truck series showing the truck boys, hey, I still know how to drive these things.
Doug Neal's making a good charge to the front. Just got around Ron Morris, so now he's going to go ahead and try getting up another spot, see if he can maybe have a charge towards getting up to CJ.
CJ about 3 7/10 out from these boys. As that 77 of Doug Neal to the 113 of Daniel Worthington down the front straightaway here at lap number 70. At 77 going to dive it in. He's just carving positions up. Let's go back up here to CJ Mason. You see that lead now as he's about a straightaway ahead of that 81 machine of Taylor Peacock. 2 4/10. As you see that 81 now rolling it out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway as he's going to hit the stripe, grab lap 70. As we've got 40 laps to go this next time by, excuse me. As that 22 is Scott Madden got Doug Neal, him giving all the pressure right there. You see that 113 of Daniel Worthington, the 76 of Ron Morris Jr., the 85 of Logan Smith right there in this little battle, this big old gaggle of race cars at Richmond as they're trying to work their way and get as many positions they can. Doug Neal seems like he's got a car that has come to life here. That truck seems like he is just starting to find the groove in it. He's carving his way through the field right now, currently sitting up in 4th, up 26 positions. Doug Neal sitting in 3rd place. He's doing an excellent job here tonight in that 77 Simbox machine.
Yeah, going to go to the Facebook and the YouTube chat here real quick. Going to have Mike Brisen in the Facebook chat saying good luck to all the truck drivers. Good to have you here, Mike. Got Jake McKinney saying looking good. Josh McKinney, he's currently sitting in that 10th spot right now. You got Michael Kinzel saying get it, York. Troy Kettler saying I'm watching. Good to have you here, Troy. And then Akami Proctor saying I'm so bummed to be sitting in the hot tub watching, but get to cool off a bit, man. Akami, it's bad to have you knocked out of the race early, man. But hey, good to have you here watching on that Facebook channel.
Yeah, and Chris, here at lap number 74, as we're getting closer to the pit stop cycles, I think it's a perfect time to let the fans enjoy the beautiful sights and sounds of these Bluegrass race trucks here at Richmond Raceway. We're going to go ahead and throw it up to an LNS loud pedal, or an LNS Customs loud pedal. Let you fans enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds of the virtual Richmond iRacing Raceway. Yeah, we'll try that again. They heard us wanting to go to that loud pedal. They said, we need some tires, boys. Anthony Stevens, who was on a decent little run, unfortunate for that 58 machine. He's going to get around in that Under Armour truck. We saw him make some contact with the wall earlier. We'll see if that 58 just got a little bit of help here from the 99 of Josh Clemens or what happened. Oh, the 38 of David Brackett got in there hard. Sent him around into that infield wall. Yeah, and David just took the blame for it, so. Looks like those boys are going to get saved right there. They're not going to have to pit under green flag conditions. And we're going to have some guys coming down pit road. I say some guys, the whole field. Attention. It looks like that 48 of Robert Richards off of pit road right now. Looks like Taylor Peacock going to make his way out in front of that CJ Mason machine. 5-second faster pit stop. Maybe took right sides. It's going to bring CJ Mason out second. Doug Neal going to retain his spot. He's going to sit third coming out of pit road. Daniel Worthington going to be fourth. Ron Morris Jr. in that fifth spot. But Scott Madden in sixth. Michael York slowly making his way back through the field. He's currently sitting in seventh with Jason Bridges in eighth. Logan Smith ninth and Joshua McKinney 10th after that caution pit cycle. These cars should get waved around this time. We should be getting close to going green right here. And when these drivers go green, we'll give you that beautiful L&S Customs loud pedal. But first, we got to see if we can even make it to the green. As seems like the action's starting to crank up here, boys. Lap 78 out of 110. We're starting to see some drivers maybe get on that that verge of, all right, let's go. Got to go up here and try to get as much position as I can. As you see that 77 of Doug Neal sitting in third. See if that Simbox machine can make up just 2 more positions to give himself that come from behind win here at Richmond. Are going to be off. We're going to be getting these drivers back to green here in just a moment as you see those drivers getting waved around back to the back tail end of the line. It's going to be that 81 of Tyler Peacock. CJ Mason going to be back out on that outside lane. For the first time since the initial restart of the night, he's going to have to try to battle his way back around that 81. We'll see if it's going to be one of those situations again where he's going to be aggressive with that 5 of Michael York. And when he sees the opportunity, he's going to take it. Or is it going to be one of those situations where he's just going to play it smooth here? We're getting close to the ending stages of this race. 30 to go. We'll see how CJ Mason, how Taylor Peacock take it. And you got to think that 113 of Daniel Worthington, that 77 of Doug Neal, they are licking chops right now. As we get back to green, good launch from that inside lane. The 81 is going to be well clear. The 77 is going to dang near clear him. Yeah, he is. He's going to clear him into turn 1.
Move.
Good restart from the inside lane.
3 wide in the back.
It's the back of the field, 3 wide. Josh McKinney, the 01 of Scott Fritz, 19 of Blanchard. They are 3 wide. As the 19 is going to get loose under those boys. 2 wide now. 3 wide now again in front of a 48. The 34 of Bridges. And the 85 is they're going to roll it through. That's Logan T. Smith. They're going to get it gathered back out. As we should see Taylor Peacock getting under pressure here from Doug Neal. Pass for the lead, or at least attempt. As coming to the line, it's going to be 81 lead at lap number 82. But at lap 83, it's going to be that 77 of Doug Neal to the inside lane. That Simbox 77 looking for any type of grip down there in that bottom lane. Drag race down the back straightaway. Will we have a new leader as we go into turn number 2? And we've got a wreck. 13 of Brian Terry. Big damage to that DeWalt machine.
Yeah, I think Doug Neal's got a fast car right now, so I think if he can get his truck in a good spot, I think this race ain't gonna be close to over with.
It looks like Wes Wiegand might have had a problem, and yeah, I agree with you, Jeremiah. I don't know, man. Doug Neal's made that charge. You were saying it earlier. It could be anybody, and right now, did you see the 88? Looks like he got loose, got on the jumps. Looks like the car just never came back to him, and Brian Terry just an unfortunate victim of that, and he's going to have to get those DeWalt tools now because that machine's beat. Terry's blew up. That's unfortunate for Brian Terry, man. All right, and here at lap number 85, as we are under caution, we're going to go ahead and throw it to a side-by-side for a little bit of a commercial break. Enjoy these words from our sponsor. We'll be right back with you. As the Kenner Performance 110 about to go back green here in just a moment. 22 laps. No, I'm horrible at math. Am I horrible at math? I don't know how many laps. Yes, 22 laps. 22 laps when we get to the stripe right here. Sorry, man. I have to think about these things sometimes, but it's going to be that 81 of Peacock, that 77 of Doug Neal, who tries to force issue, and the inside lane going to get a big restart again this time. Doug Neal is going to have that pressure like he had to that 55 of CJ Mason last time by. Now it's going to be CJ Mason to the inside lane here. That 77 pinching down, but he's not going to have the room to really clear him. Yes, he does. He's going to get by. He's going to be in second place. Doug Neal going to be second. That 55 going to be coming to that 77.
Yeah, that was a good jump there for that 81 of Taylor Peacock. He did get up to a really good jump there. You saw it opened up the door for CJ Mason to make a move on the inside, but he's having to slow it up right now. So CJ Mason might be overdriving, trying to catch back up with, whoa, as you see, like I said, you see CJ getting a little loose coming out of turn 2. So maybe that 55 machine overdriving those wheels. You see the 77 of Doug Neal.
Oh, here he comes.
The 77 of Doug Neal making a move on the inside of Taylor Peacock. Let's see if he can make it stick. That 81 probably going to have to get out of the gas. Yep, the 77 going to clear. We have a new leader here, 20 laps to go. CJ Mason also going to make a move.
CJ Mason. Here comes that 55 machine, First Page Media, trying to get up into first place. That 113 of Daniel Worthington starting to slowly creep back in that pack. And look at that, boys. Baba Michael York sitting in that fifth spot. He's going to try to work his way back up here, but they can't let Doug Neal do it. CJ Mason did to them earlier and extend that lead. 81 of Taylor Peacock's got to go up here and really run this 77 down. Somebody does, or he's going to run away with this race.
Yeah, especially having Doug Neal out front. Having to be that second car in line like Taylor, it's a two-sided battle. You got the bad air, and you're having to push through the banking and not use your tires up. But Doug Neal, he's got fresh air, so he's just got to maintain it. But Michael York's starting to make some gains here. I think CJ's kind of waiting for the right time to make a move here, but I think Doug Neal loves everything he's seeing behind him.
One car separates that 5 and that 55, boys. That's all I got to say. We saw the aggressive passing earlier. We've heard from other sources that maybe it was a little bit of both of them drivers just going for the same real estate, both making a racing accident, and that's all it was just an accident for real. No malicious from either of the drivers, I'm sure. But, you know, you see, you know, those drivers do think of things, take it differently. You know, with that race car, everything looks different. You know, you can't judge what the race car drivers on the track, what it looks like they're doing from this camera view. That cockpit, whole different scenario. You see things way differently, way different point of view, way different perspective from those drivers. So we'll see. I'm just trying to make some fireworks where fireworks aren't to be created, but it could happen between that 5 and 55. That's all I'm saying. Is a big drive in from the 48. Look at Scott Fritz, man. He's worked his way up into that 9th spot now. He's going, 8th. He's going for 7th right here on that 76. Oh, him and Ron Morris Jr. just made contact. Scott's going to use up that outside lane. Once they made that contact out of 2, the 0-1 threw that out the window. Go back up on board here. You see Doug Neal slowly just kind of making a little bit of an advantage. Still about 5/10, about what it was when we last looked at the battle. Contact between York and Robert Richards down the back straightaway. It got him out of the line a little bit. But the 5's going to gather back up, and man, look at Scott Fritz. Another one of those drivers making a late run here, up to P7. Scott Fritz, P6 now, excuse me. He's working for on a top 5 here in his lone debut. As we're getting to lap number 99, Michael York loose. Man, these boys don't want to go to a loud pedal. As we're going to get the LNS Customs loud pedal, get the volumes cranked up, folks, get the full screen. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Enjoy these sights and sounds here at Richmond Raceway. As it was a little bit short of an LNS Customs loud pedal, but we wanted to get you back into the action, get you back going up here in the front. 77 to Doug Neal now expanded that lead 6/10. It's got to be that 81 to Taylor Peacock to get his way up there. I mean, CJ Mason now a 2nd and 2/10 back. He's sitting a little bit off of that 81 machine, about 4/10. So we're starting to see a little bit of a gap here between these front cars. We got just a big old gaggle of race cars from about that 5th position on back that are all still battling for position. That 55 of CJ Mason. Looks like he's not going to be able to get up there right now with about 7 laps to go this time. That 81's going to have to get on the loud pedal and really find some rhythm, or he's not going to be winning this race. He's currently sitting in 3rd place, but it looks like Doug Neal currently is going to be your leader and probably the favorite for the win right now. In the current track position he's got out in clean air, he's not really got to worry about lap traffic at the moment. He's starting to get to that spot eventually. But we'll see how it all plays out for him. That Simbox machine of Doug Neal has looked mighty fine this season, and he's looking to pick up this Richmond win here tonight.
Big win for Doug Neal if he can pick this up, going to a road course next week. It's going to sure spice some things up here in the truck series and for all the other series coming up next week. So be able to get a win here, get some good points, move on to next week, kind of lifts that chip off your shoulder, also gets you set up for good momentum for the rest of the year. So like Neal, all he's got to do is just hit his marks, hit it like a Sunday cruise, and I think he'll easily get this win tonight.
Yes, he should. Oh, sorry, Chris. No, you got it.
I was just going to say, I'm getting word that loud pedal wasn't very loud, so I do apologize about that. It was, you know, that was kind of lame, so sorry about that. I was having to adjust something, and I guess it didn't turn it up, so sorry about that.
One of Scott Fritz still trying to make up some position as he's going to go to the inside of Worthington. Robert Richards almost got a little bit of a rear bumper on that 01. As 3 to go this time by, boys. This is it.
Yeah, as you see the 01 of Scott Fritz moving his way up into that 4th position. You got Doug Neal getting around that car right there. Don't know the number of that. I want to say that was the 11 of Cody Verrill. Getting around that lap car. The 81 right behind him. CJ Mason trying to catch him, but it looks like maybe that caution flag really hurt that 55 of momentum.
It's going to be that 77 Simbox of Doug Neal. He's just got to make it around one more time. Taylor Peacock 1 7/10 back. White flag out here at the Kinder Performance 110 for that 77 of Doug Neal.
Good race
down the back
Doug.
straightaway.
Good race.
Yeah, this is an excellent race by Doug. As out of turn 4 for the last time tonight, it's going to be that 77 of Doug Neal picking up the win. Oh, Daniel Worthington went around. Him and Scott Fritz might have just made contact. Not him and Scott Fritz. I knew him and Scott Fritz were battling a moment ago. Do apologize about that. 72 of Bobby Matuszewski.
Yeah.
Just swept the rug out from under him, didn't he? And it should be, yeah. So Doug Neal, that 77 machine, he is gonna pick up the win here tonight at Richmond. And what an awesome job by Doug Neal. 28 positions gain of the race. He started P30, or excuse me, P29. Man, that was bad math, Josh. And came all the way up here to grab the win. Awesome job from Doug Neal. We'll go ahead and get through the .72 of Bobby Matuszewski just got penalized. End of the lap points is what he's going to get, so he's not going to be scored for 5th place. It's in the rules somewhere in there that I have it somewhere stored in my brain, but Jason explained it. So Bobby, since he turned somebody coming to the white flag, no cautions able to be thrown. He was awarded the last place position, seeing as in Bluegrass, if you do cause a wreck that involves a caution, which that wreck probably might have involved a caution, you do get the end of the line penalty. So he did get penalized for that, but it's going to be your official grid here, or official standings here tonight. Doug Neal picking up first with Taylor Peacock in that 2nd spot. CJ Mason going to come away 3rd with Scott Fritz in 4th. Bobby Matuszewski in 5th, or scored at 5th, but he won't be scored there. It'll be Robert Richards in 6th, Christopher Blanchard in 7th, Michael York in 8th, Ron Morris Jr. in 9th, Logan Smith in 10th, Joey Doucette in 11th with Jason Bridges in 12th, Scott Madden in 13th with 14th going to Logan Russell, Daniel Worthington in that late race contact. It's going to move him back to 15th with Joshua McKinney in 16th. David Brackett going to finish in 17th with Joshua Clemens in 18th. Travis Twitty in 19th with Dean Klein the second. Finish in 20th. Then it's going to be Ed Osborne in 21st with Eli Raposo 22nd. Anthony Stevens 23rd with Wes Wiegand 24th. Bobby Hall Jr. going to finish 25th with Alex Healy 26th. Cody Verrill 27th with Joshua Lockwood in 28th. Brian Terry 29th. Dakota Shepard 30th with Brett Nilsson 31st. Alan Duranko 32nd with Akame Proctor, rounding out your field here tonight in that 33rd position. So it looks like we're still waiting on Doug Neal and CJ Mason in the staging area. Taylor Peacock is there. So we'll wait for your drivers, get these post-race interview rollings, and we'll allow you fans at home to get on your way. But thank you again to all the Bluegrass fans on that YouTube and Facebook page for sticking around for this race. It was a great race at Richmond, as we saw Doug Neal take the checkered flag here tonight. All right, we're going to go ahead and get that 77, your winner here tonight of Doug Neal. Have a word with that Simbox machine. Doug Neal, Chris and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you, man.
Woo! That's what I like to hear, baby. Started 29th here tonight in that 77, and Doug, you made yourself a factor coming in that second stage, the final stage of the race. And man, there that first to second last to the restart, you got off to a good restart on that inside lane, and then you had to come back on the outside lane that next time, had CJ drive under you. You're able to dive your way back through, get past Peacock and Mason. You picked up the win here, Doug. Man, it must feel good coming from 29th to the win here tonight.
My God, man, I can't. Can we bring Nate up here? Nate was my spotter tonight, dude. He kept me calm the entire time because I was panicking. I was like, man, I'm never gonna get up there. And I was really trying like hell to get stage points, but I just couldn't get up there. But yeah, I'm pumped, man. This is probably one of the biggest wins I've had since we've been in Bluegrass. I mean, I think I've only had one or two. I think I won at a super speedway, but maybe not. I don't remember. This might be my only win. Yeah, I'm pumped, man. I ran a bunch of laps here before we started racing, and Nate was helping me out on my line and everything because I was driving it way too deep into the corners, and he was telling me where I need to back up and everything. But yeah, I mean, I had a good run the entire the long runs. I was good on all of that. So I mean, hell, I'm excited, man. I don't even know. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Hell.
Well, hey, that 77, man, looked bad fast tonight, man. Once you found the rhythm, it seemed like it was going to be Doug Neal, and, we were hitting on it all night where we were saying, got to keep your eyes on that 77. You were passing so many cars early. We saw that you were able to work traffic, and clearly you were the best car in traffic. And once it got out in clean air, obviously the best car in clean air, too. Doug, excellent showing from you tonight, man. And like you said, speechless. Didn't even know what to say, but, hey, you're here in victory lane after – hey. Passing 28 cars, you're in victory lane. I'm sure it's got to feel damn good.
It does feel damn good. I'm going to have a beer here in a minute and celebrate. But seriously, though, Nate was a huge, huge help tonight, man. Keeping me calm, reminding me not to overdrive it off this corner and get all I can here and, take him on the low side here, go up high. He was directing me all around, man. He did a great job. A lot of props to that guy tonight.
It's always a good guy to have in your ear, right? So, hey, Doug, man, it was an awesome run for me tonight. We got to watch you pass the field, chop them up, and just get on by them. You picked up your second win, I want to say, of the Bluegrass Series. I remember you did win a race last season, so I want to say this is either your second or third win. So, Doug, you're looking pretty good, man. You got that. You got this early success here in the season, and you got to run with it now.
Feels good, man. It feels good. I'll have to practice even more next week, I guess. Yeah. Especially for Coda.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun going the rights and lefts, all the transition changes. It's gonna be an insane race there.
It might be fun watching it from the booth, but I don't think it's gonna be very fun on the track.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a handful out there, Doug. But man, not get too ahead of ourselves. We still got a night here to celebrate. And Doug, you picked up the win, did an excellent job carving up the field, doing everything you can to get up into that first place here at Richmond. I know you've got a couple people you want to probably shout out. So if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, Doug, before we let you get going here tonight, buddy. More than welcome to throw them out there.
Nate especially, I got to give him all the props tonight, man. He was really working the microphone tonight and helping me out through all that traffic. And Joey Doucette, he's a good guy. We have a group chat together. I like old Joey. and my button box company. I'm running a special right now, Christmas special through November, $65 for a 14 function button box with a brake bias knob, and $8.50 for shipping. So it's a pretty good deal if you're looking for a button box. That's you're not gonna find one any cheaper anywhere else, and they're good quality. So if anybody needs one, just hit me up on Facebook, Simbox PC, or just Doug Neal if you want to. And that's it, guys. I appreciate it, man.
Heck yeah, Doug. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your night to come have a word with us, man. Awesome race from you.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to Jeremiah. Jeremiah does a hell of a job in the booth, and when I go back and watch the replays, he does a good job. Yeah, he does a good job. It's good to have a guy who's in part of the league in there and calling the race with you guys. And you guys do a great job too every week too. So it's always one of my favorite broadcasts to watch, man. Definitely.
Okay, we appreciate those kind words. Jeremiah had to step away right before the interview, so we'll pass those kind words on to him. I'm sure he'll hear about it though too. Either way, but Doug, always a pleasure to talk to you, man. Love the energy you bring to the booth and the racetrack, and we're excited to see what you got cooked up for us, man, with all the lap time or the lap you're gonna be putting in at Coda now. So excited to see you pick up that win. And
we'll see what happens. I appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate you, buddy. Have a good night and enjoy that beer, man.
Thanks, buddy. See ya.
See you, buddy. All right, and that was your winner, Doug Neal. Going to go ahead and bring up that 81 of Taylor Peacock. Have a word with him. Taylor Peacock, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Nope, fantastic, man. And got to ask the same for you. It was one of those races tonight where it looked like we could have had anybody up there at Victory Lane until Doug Neal had to come up there and spoil the party for everybody. Man, was just on a mission tonight, though. But Taylor, there on that restart or one of the caution flags, you were able to get yourself out in front of CJ Mason, and it looked like you were starting to establish a little bit of a lead out there in the front. But do you think maybe you just didn't have something for that 77 there on the long run? And we saw, that some varying pit strategies through the race. What was it maybe that you thought that 77 just might have had a little bit over you? But either way, still a good run here in second place tonight, and you did an excellent job passing up the field, getting yourself up there in second.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'd say that Neal and CJ both a little better than me. I knew that I took 2 tires on that last stop there. I knew I had to get out front, and that was my only chance. I almost kept Doug behind me. I just overdrove a couple corners, and he got a run on me. But it's been awesome racing with these guys at Bluegrass. It's been fun.
Again, man, well, you put on a good show there tonight. Getting out there, like you said, I even pointed that out. It looked like you did take 2 tires, and I guess I was right. So I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt with that one. But
it was definitely loose. It was definitely loose.
I'm sure it was, man. 2 tires, I know at Richmond can be a gamble, but you took the gamble, man. You made it work. You picked up the track position on it. Almost there for the win at the end, and I think that's what matters. You've taken that experience, man. You've learned a lot here tonight, Taylor. And heck yeah, man, you did it against a lot of good drivers here. These Bluegrass boys, nothing to joke about. They definitely got a lot of talent out to the field, and to get out there, establish a good lead there for a moment, and hold off Doug Neal on 2 tires. That's saying something for that 81 machine. We're excited to see what you got cooked up for us for the rest of the season.
Right on. Thanks, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast you guys do, and Jason for everything he does. Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you, Taylor. Always good to talk to one of the new drivers in the league, man. Congratulations on the podium here tonight. We're now expecting to see that 81 machine with a lot of speed. You proved yourself good on the short track here at Richmond, and hey, excited to see what you got for us at Coda next week, man. So have a good rest of your week, and yeah, we'll be hopefully talking to you here soon, Taylor.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. All right, and we're going to now bring in third place finisher, stage winner, CJ Mason, and see what he's got to say about that finish here tonight. CJ Mason, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Hey, man, you look very, very dominant early race. You got out there, made that pass on Michael York around that lap 28, lap 30 area, and you were able to get out there and get a very comfortable lead, 4 seconds at one point. And then it seemed like Doug Neal, after he passed, it seemed like everybody and their mom tonight in the field came up there. It seemed like towards that second part of the race, you just weren't able to come back to grips with what you had early. Was it maybe something going on having to race all the field after they got stacked back up that, came to that 55 machine? Or what really went on tonight after that second caution in the latter part of the race? We didn't see the speed that we saw earlier in the race.
I really have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It just wasn't. Truck didn't seem as fast as it was before that last restart. And it's like it seems any race, any series, really, it's you get behind somebody. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to pass the dirty air stuff, and it don't affect as much here as Richmond as it does somewhere else. But man, I have no idea. I don't know if it. I've been struggling a lot with my steering wheel, and I'm not making any excuses by no means, but the base gets really hot, and I've been working on it, playing with it, trying to get it better, and it's got pretty hot again. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but congrats to Doug, man. He won the race. So
Heck yeah, CJ. Well, man, we hope you get those problems fixed out with the base, and know what it's like going through those sim issues. It can really throw the groove off, throw the mentality off sometimes. But man, you still picked up third place here. We're able to rebounce after all the all the things that could have happened there. You're able to recover, still pick up a good points finish here tonight. But CJ, man, we hope seeing in Dakota we have another word with you. And if you've got any final thoughts, words, shout outs, or anything before we let you go here tonight, CJ, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there, man.
yeah, I just want to apologize to Michael York. We got together there. I think it was lap 19 or lap 20, somewhere in there. We got together on the front stretch. I meant to go back and watch it before I exited out, and if that was my fault, then I'm sorry. I don't race anybody like that, and so if I got into them, it was my fault. Then I'm sorry. Then I missed a shift the next restart, and then it got better, and but it is what it is. Thanks to Christopher Papa with 1-3 Racing. New button boxes there on the site. You want to check them out. First Page Media, Sticker Mule, the ButtKicker. You guys, of course, every week for what you do with the broadcast, Jason for the league, and a lot of good drivers here. So again, congrats to Doug. Good to see him win. So.
All right, CJ. Well, again, congratulations on the third place tonight, man. We're excited to hopefully have a word with you here next week at Coda, and good luck in the rest of your week. We'll be talking to you soon.
Yeah, it's I think it's the second top 5 this year, so that's a plus. It was a whole lot better this week than it was at Homestead last week. So we're making gains on the steering wheel, and I got to get my son to show me how to use most of this technology stuff. So I'm learning the best I can, and so it's getting better. But no excuses, man. Doug and Taylor. I think Taylor took 2 tires on the restart there, and congrats to those guys, man. They were there when it counted, and that's what matters.
Well, hey, again, thank you for taking the time out of your night, CJ, and hopefully we'll be talking to you here soon, man. Those top 5 runs starting to stack up. We'll hopefully be talking to you maybe on another podium or in victory lane here soon.
Yep. Again, thank you guys for what you do. I know you were kind of aggravated with your computer stuff, man, but you guys do a great job. And so from what it's worth for me to y'all, congrats on what you do. And it's a great job. And again, thanks, Jason, for running the great league.
Thank you, CJ. All right, and that was CJ Mason. Again, thank you to the kind words right there from him. And, well, Chris, we know Jeremiah had to step away before the interview, so it's just going to be me and you right here on this close. Do you got any final words before we let these Bluegrass fans go tonight?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody out there on the Facebook and YouTube chat. My game actually crashed there towards the end, so I noticed the stream was lagging a little bit at the end during the interview. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-upload the recording as soon as I'm done with this. Shouldn't have any issues with it whatsoever. So we'll have a fresh broadcast up there for everybody to watch, so that way you don't have any interruptions. But just wanted to let everybody know that I did have that little bit of a hiccup there at the end, but got it straightened out. Everything else though, Bluegrass, Jason for putting on this league, every week, having us come in here and do these streams, even though CJ said we're having a little bit of issues with my computer. I'm trying to get it all sorted out, but other than that, just the Bluegrass guys for putting on a good race. Shout out to Doug Neal for taking home that first place, Taylor Peacock, CJ Mason, for that first, second, and third, and just, shout out to everybody on that Facebook and YouTube chat.
Well, I think that's going to be all from us here over at Bluegrass. Just want to say a big shout out to LNS Custom Skin and Performance Group, ButtKicker, and Rems One is we're going to be signing off here tonight from the race here at Richmond, and but be sure to join back in tomorrow, Tuesday night. Yeah, we've got Xfinity Night. Jeremiah finding his way back to the booth right before the end. But, We've got the Xfinity boys going tomorrow. Well, Jeremiah, before we send them off, you got any final words for the fans? You can go ahead and throw them out there, man.
Only thing, yeah, tomorrow night we got Xfinity here at Richmond, so it's gonna be interesting. And we got the Cup race on Wednesday. Next week for the truck guys, for all of you guys that follow them, we're going a little road course racing, turning right and then left for all the boys next week. So excited to see that. I'm excited for tomorrow night, me hopping in. Team Empire, gonna see what we can do. I was very strong here in the trucks last year, so I'm gonna take a lot of my short track speed and see what I can do tomorrow night. But good race tonight. Good job by Doug Neal. Very interesting race that is, and it was fast too. So tomorrow night, hoping it can go the same way.
All right. Well, like these boys said, it was a fun race here tonight in the Truck Series. Excited to see everybody get wound up for the Xfinity, Jeremiah included, tomorrow night, as we get back to Richmond tomorrow. So be sure to join us here Tuesday night, 8:55. The stream will go live. We'll be live with qualifying at around 9:05ish. So be sure to be here. Be ready in the Facebook chat with your favorite drivers' names queued up. Whoever you're cheering for, wherever you're watching from, we'll be ready to see you. But if you're on that YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. If you are on Facebook, make sure to hit the like button, share us out to your friends, send in Messenger, do whatever you want to do. Get that Bluegrass known. We've got a lot of good racing going over here on the Bluegrass platform, and we would love to see your face in the chat. But other than that, just going to say a big thank you once again to everybody that's joined us, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow night for the Xfinity race at Richmond.